is up, guys? It is Matt. Welcome back to the Chasing the Dream podcast. It has been a while, so please do still subscribe and follow me on all the social medias. Links will be in the description below for the podcast social medias. Today, for the first podcast back in a hot minute, we have, for the second time, if you guys don't remember him, it was 2 years ago that we did a podcast with Hypno World and Snowy. Today, we have Snowy once again. Snowy, how are you today, man?
I'm doing pretty decent. I'm alive. And that is half the damn battle.
Yeah. So, if you guys don't remember, Snowy was on a podcast 2 years ago. I believe it was episode 13 of the podcast when the podcast first started and first started having guests come on. Snowy and Tyler, well, Hypno World, were the first two people to ever come onto the podcast and have an interview with me. So it was actually episode where is it? Yeah, episode 13. It was back in 2024. Those two came on, and those two were the real G's, and they said, "Fuck it, we will interview for the first time," and we were no names. Chasing Your Dream podcast wasn't really a thing at that moment, and then they stepped in, and thanks to both of them, I would say, but I'd say probably at this point a little bit more so Tyler. No offense, Snowy.
I 100% understand that for a minute.
Oh yeah, but they Tyler and Snowy both stepped up to the plate and said, we'll give this small podcast a chance and see what we can do, and then ended up joining the ZOD with them at that close to that same time. That's when Tyler came back for the second time, and everything just popped off after there. So, but that was 2 years ago, so you guys can still watch that episode. I'll probably link it because it was episode 13, so that's pretty far away. Anyway, so if you guys don't know who Snowy is, Snowy, why don't you tell people a little bit about yourself?
I am a local artist from the main scene. I've been making music and performing since 2020. My first show was Summer in September, which was also hosted by Hypno's World. I started music, honestly, back a little bit before I was rapping. I was in a metal band in high school. We didn't really get off the ground or anything like that, but, met Tyler. He noticed that I rhymed a lot when I was reading my lyrics because he was already rapping and recording at the time, and mentioned that the things that I would try to sing about, it would be a lot better if I were to find a flow or a rhythm and put it to a beat instead of putting it to an instrumental. And from that road on, we just sort of, me and him, we clicked for a very long time. I'm very grateful to be a part of the Z again. I won't get too much into the history because I was sort of, for lack of better words, a piece of shit. But life goes on. We grow up. We figure our life out, and we definitely try to make amends with the bridges that we can fix.
That is correct. 100% agreeable. Yeah. So this podcast is going to be more talking about more so of Snowy's career, what he's faced, the things that he does, things that inspired him to start making music, the whole 9 yards. We talked to Snowy a little bit about him in the first podcast episode that we did, but it was 2 years ago. You guys know Tyler a lot more than you guys do know Snowy himself, so this podcast is going to give you guys a chance to get to know Snowy a little bit. It's not going to be like a casual podcast that me and Jordan would do, or me and Tyler would do. It's going to be one of those podcasts where you guys get to know this guy, like a few of the people that we have up on the podcast. Which, a good one, a recent podcast, number 36. Which, by the way, this is number 37, just so you guys know. This is number 37 of the podcast. I believe this is season 4, episode 10, I believe. I can't remember. It's been a little bit. Now it's going to bother me. I do this to myself all the time.
He is a bitch, man.
Oh, no. So this is season 4, episode 9. Episode 37. So, we're climbing the mountain with podcast episodes. We're almost at 40, which is crazy. we'll get there eventually. So now let's get into you. Let's let people know you. So what got you first into making music?
Well, back in high school, I was sort of not really like. I didn't hang out with a lot of people, but the people that I did, we all, every one of us liked certain types of music. A lot of us were into metal. And my guitarist at the time, his name was Nick. Um, he had sat me down. We were literally just having a LAN party. Like we all brought our computers over to his house, and we were listening to music at the end of the night. And started screaming along with the song that we were listening to, and he was like, "Holy shit, dude, you can scream!" And at the time, I really sort of couldn't. I still sort of can't. I was drunk at my last show and proved that to myself in a very embarrassing way. But um, past that, like I was saying in the introduction, I met Tyler. I met him through actually Tyson and a close but distant friend that hasn't. Yeah, none of us have really talked to him in a really long time, but his name is Elijah McPherson, and he was very, very close to all of us. And I'm not referencing the Elijah that was a part of the Z. Um, yeah, that's all I will say about that part. But
Mhm.
McPherson was, a really good person. Tyler was living with him at the time, and we were all playing this drinking game called Up and Down the River. I put the smallest verse on a song after he had told me that the things that I could write about would be better for rap, and I hated it. I had to take it off of it. Took me about a couple months past that to actually get equipment and start recording. Um, but I had recorded my first song. It was horrible. It's no longer online. But the earliest track that I think I have is actually with Tyler, and it's called Guess Who. That one's still up on my account on SoundCloud. I don't think it's on all platforms because of the age of it,
Mhm.
6 years ago. But
Oh yeah.
that sort of is what started my journey in general, was meeting Ty and just sort of automatically just sort of bonding over the fact that music is a soul language. Like if you can bond on music, that's a friendship.
Mhm. 100%. Something that you guys both enjoyed.
Yeah.
Um. So, like if this question usually confuses people when I talk about it, but who inspired you to make music? It could be like a past friend. It could be a current friend. It can be a rapper that is making millions and millions and who's famous all around the world. Like, who inspired you to get into your music?
I'd honestly say like artists around the early like SoundCloud underground era, like Suicide Boys, Lil Peep, Lil Tracy, fucking Puya, like that general scene. I got super into that type of like rap when I had met Tyler because I wanted to not just listen to what everyone else listened to in the group. I had to find my own thing,
Mm-hmm.
little fucking outcast kid hanging out with people for the first time. Needed to be unique.
Yeah.
So I definitely will 100% say it was like Suicide Boys in that early like 2015, 2016 SoundCloud era.
Mm-hmm. Was there like a specific like artist that like stood out to you that made you be like in your head realize be like, shit, I want to try this now?
Honestly, it was Ruby from Suicide Boys. I saw a man just as fat as me up there spitting bars that were fire as hell, and I was taken back.
Hey, it works. I say that would work.
100%.
Um, so this question, who would you love to collaborate with on a song? So, do you have like so I'll give you these two. Is there a current rapper that you would love to work with now, and is there a future one that you would love to work with?
Um, One that I would love to work with now that I'm actually currently in the process of talking to and working out something with. Um, there's no NDA signed, so I think I'm allowed to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Is Mob's Radical.
Mm-hmm.
He's another one of the, well, I can't say from the 2016 era, but he's another artist inspired by that era that blew up about a year or two ago, and his music is fucking awesome. definitely check him out. That's Mobs Radical, all platforms. But that would definitely be one that I'd love to work with now. In the future, though, honestly, it would be really damn cool to get a song with Ghostman.
Mm. That would actually be kind of cool, though. I feel that would be really cool. Let's see here. How am I gonna? Okay. So I have 3 questions that kind of link together. Um, Obviously you've performed multiple times in your career. Um, so what I would say, what states have you performed in?
So I've performed everywhere from Maine down to Mass. I haven't gone super far out of state yet by any
Mm-hmm.
means. Um, Especially where the past 2 years I sort of took off from music to try to work on my mental health and fix myself a little bit before popping back out to the public.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, yeah, it was Maine, New Hampshire, Mass, and I want to say I did a show in Vermont.
Mm-hmm. Was it that that festival that you and Tyler did?
No, that one, the festival I did with Tyler was back in October, and that was up Maine.
I thought there was a festival that you guys did that was like a massive festival.
Oh, Tyler did a fucking massive one. I can't remember. Rap in the River, I think is what it was called, and it's down in Montana.
Oh, that was the Montana show. That's right, because I remember you guys talking about that in that episode.
I was supposed to go, but that was around the time that I started making very shitty choices with the way that I decided to act around people, and
Mm-hmm.
I ended up not going. But
Yeah.
I got to see the videos that Tyler has from it, and dude, he did fucking amazing. It was awesome to see.
Shout out to Tyler, aka Hypno World.
100%. And sorry for using his real name. I've known the dude for like 13
Dude,
years.
almost every single episode, I'm not kidding you, I give Tyler a segment of a shout out, like almost each and every time I do an episode.
Fair enough.
So I usually say Tyler, aka Hypno World. When he's on on the podcast, I usually say Tyler. Like, I don't know, I always go Tyler, aka Hypno World. I try to put that in
Yeah.
so people know who I'm talking about. Anyway, so you talked about where you performed. You performed kind of more on the New England side, more towards Mass, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. Um, do you have a favorite and least favorite venue that you've performed at in every state that you've done?
So I actually do.
Oh no.
So my favorite one, and I will say I'll do the favorite first because this second one leads into some bullshit. But
Mhm.
I performed I think it was Lethal Weekend 8 last year with Hypno up in Manchester at the Jewel,
Mhm.
and that was fucking awesome. Coolest venue I think I had ever played, except for smacking my head off the damn ceiling because the subwoofers was like huge, and I decided to hop on a subwoofer. Tyler also hit his head off the
Nice.
that thing. It was just a hell of a good time. But for the least favorite, it would 100% fucking be Zero Bar and Grill.
Mm.
I played there very recently. I played. The show was called Zero Chill. It was hosted by Zach Pacillo, fucking the family, fucking all of them. They're hella good guys. Fucking, I love them. Very supportive people. Hell, Zach still books me after my crash out with what happened.
Mhm.
But my friend had apparently sold a joint at the bar, and I didn't fucking know, dude. I was hammered. I didn't see it, but she had me kick out my friend, and then decided like 20 minutes later, because my friend didn't fucking like tip her, I guess, to come to the performance like area that we were in and tell the promoter Zach that I needed to fucking leave. So after my set, I just Zach told me because he didn't want me to not be able to perform, and I was like, all right, can you come with me and go talk to the owner? So he did, and I was very cordial at first. Do not get me wrong, because I try my hardest to I like to be able to handle shit like an adult nowadays compared to just crashing the fuck out.
Mm.
Um, I was trying to just talk to her. I was like, hey, I thought we already figured everything out, and then she takes her phone out and has me watch the video from the camera. and it's clear that I was talking to my friend's girlfriend and not looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
And then decided to scream at me, "The camera doesn't lie, you fucking junkie." I had just got my 6-month chip that morning,
Mm-hmm.
and I got very offended. Lost my shit back. We got banned from the venue, but everyone else was still able to perform. The owner decided to try to jip Zach on the check for all of us performing, and they wouldn't leave until they got fucking paid,
Right.
which is honestly what anyone should do. And that is my piece of advice to any artist that is out there, that if you were told you were getting paid for an event, do not fucking leave until you get that money.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of people out there that will take advantage of your time and your talent.
Just to promote their venue and whatnot.
Yeah. But the venue itself, sorry, I got a little bit sidetracked.
You're good.
But the venue itself, they tried to not pay Zach. Everything went down like that, and then we all got banned. Horrible fucking place. The owner was a very rude woman. Sorry, I get very heated when I talk about this situation in general, because it was a very happy day for me that morning up until that show.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's definitely the end of that.
I mean, it almost sounds like, I'm not trying to shit on the place because that was my first time ever going to it, but it was a place up in Lebanon that Tyler and Jordan all had a show at, and it was my first show that I ever went to, and that show was crazy. Oh fuck.
The scene can definitely get a little bit fucking rowdy.
Well, so I knew for a fact that the people there were not there to see Tyler, not there to see Jordan. They were there to see a kid named, I think it was like Sam Savage or something. I'm not trying to shit on that guy, but like his fan base was a little rowdy that night. Oh boy.
I will 100% say that. I used to book shows and like host my own shows back when I was like 19, and yeah, a lot of people don't know that about me. I am only 23 years old. I would like to put that on the record. But back when I was like 19, I booked him one time, and he brought like 10 plus ones. And like you just said, I'm not trying to talk shit either. It was just a very rowdy experience.
Yeah, it was very rowdy. I mean, especially for like, and I felt bad for my girlfriend because I had brought her. And dude, yeah, and Colby was there, and his, I'm gonna say, girlfriend at the time was there, and we sat on this couch that was at that venue, and the owner came right up to the stage, basically upset because somebody took a hat, took all the joints out of it. Nobody knew what happened to those joints, and I think one of the kids that were there, because it was supposed to be a 21 plus event, but the owners changed the poster to all ages.
Yep.
So there was like 15-year-olds, 14-year-olds.
Oh,
like there was some young people there, and dude, the owners were pissed because the joints were gone. Like, it was definitely, his fan base was a little rowdy, and I was like, dude, if you were at a venue like TD Garden or just a small venue in general, like the Portland State Theater, or something small.
Like a bigger area, like a place that has a name to it.
Yeah, like if you went to those and something like that happened, like you'd just get kicked out.
Exactly. They would
come
right up to you and be like, leave.
Basically, the reality of this is the owners should have just been like a little more, I would say, kind of eyes peeled, making sure everything was still in line, or making sure like certain things weren't going to get touched to get stored away somewhere else. Like, I hate to say it was kind of on the owners at that point.
Especially if they had all ages event after it being promoted as 21 plus, and
yeah,
decided to still keep the party favors out and about. Like, yeah, no, that is 100% on the owners. They cannot look that on the host of the show.
But at the same time, like, the kids there were fucking rowdy. Like, they weren't being respectful of the place that wasn't theirs. They weren't being respectful of the stuff that wasn't theirs. What Colby told me, I'm not going to try to go into detail with it, but apparently a fight broke out outside.
I
Like,
heard about that.
it was fucking terrible. I left. I think it was after Jordan set. I think I left after Jordan.
Damn.
I left after Jordan because Jordan went up because hardly half the people weren't there. Like Tyler wasn't nowhere. Like no one knew where Tyler went to, and he got called up. Kid Trace got called up. He wasn't there. Like there was a lot of the artists I was supposed to perform wasn't there, so they skipped right to Jordan. So I watched him and Jordan and Sam Savage do a little collab thing up on stage, which was fucking phenomenal. Shout out to those two for that. That was amazing. I guess Sam did a freestyle while Jordan was playing guitar, and Jordan fucking shredded that guitar like it was no tomorrow. Made his fucking fingers bleed. Holy fuck.
Jordan 100% is talented as hell.
Fuck yeah, he is.
Yeah. Before me and him stopped talking, he was actually offering to play guitar during one of my sets, and we were planning for it. It just never wound up coming to fruition.
But I don't know. I think I left immediately right after that, and that was the first time I ever met Jordan in person.
Damn.
So I was like, I told Jordan, I'm like, I gotta I gotta go, dude. Like, my girlfriend's getting a little anxious and she's not liking it. Like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. And I told Jordan, I'm like, if there's a show that you're doing at some point, let me the fuck know and I will show up. But I need a dip. I wanted to stay for Tyler's set because I wanted to see Tyler perform, but
yeah,
I couldn't. It was, and even for myself, there was no way in fuck I was staying, and I'm glad I didn't, because after Colby telling me that a fight broke out, I was like, yeah, I'm not staying. I'm lucky I didn't stay.
Yeah, sometimes a lot of shit happens. It's sadly out of the control of the hosts of the shows and shit. The most that the host can do, when something like that winds up actually popping out, is just popping off is trying their hardest just to remove whoever started it from the occasion. But at the same time, 90% of the time, especially in more recent years, a lot of us artists and a lot of the hosts around here, we haven't been booking security for our events.
Yeah.
Which leaves that job solely on the host. And when it's a lot of people, you're outnumbered 10 to 1. And that's from the hosts, from my own personal experience, it can be a very terrifying experience having to tell someone they need to leave the event.
Yeah.
Especially if they're there with a lot of people, you don't want to see the crowd shrink and all that type of shit. But at the same time, you do have to think of the rest of the people that are there to have a good time.
Yeah. And these people don't want to be for me, first time being at a show and it was fucking wild.
Exactly. That I am very sorry that your first experience, especially in the main underground scene, was not the most comforting.
Yeah. No, that I mean it was expected, I was kind of prepared for it, but I don't think my girlfriend was. So that's kind of on me for her, but at the same time it's I knew it was going to happen at that show. I was prepared for it, but then I'm I'll be fine, I'll be with Jordan, I'll be with Tyler, I'll be hanging out with them when they're off stage, we'll be all right, we'll be good.
Yeah.
No one ended up hanging out. Me and Jordan kind of just shot shoot the shit half the time. Tyler was stressed the fuck out because a lot of things weren't going as planned, so I kind of just left Tyler alone.
That's sometimes the best
so,
way, especially if he's stressing about things not going exactly.
Yeah, I guess no sound. They didn't have a sound guy, so it was a little difficult. They had that same venue too. Apparently they didn't have enough spots to plug in the DJ that Tyler hired. Didn't have enough spots to plug in his stuff, so they couldn't use his shit. So
no shit.
And then the other thing that sucked too was Tyler. I guess Tyler forgot to download a set, so he was trying to download it on the road, and it was not going well.
Oh,
so man. That screwed Tyler up a little bit. The sound was also stressing Tyler out. So I looked at Colby because Colby was trying to get Tyler's attention. I'm like, Colby, leave him alone. He's stressed the fuck out. Leave him the fuck alone.
Just because the man needs a moment.
Man needs a moment. Give him a moment. Let him figure it out. They managed to get it figured out because obviously they were able to perform. So
yeah,
again, shout out to Tyler because Tyler can pull that shit out of his ass for some stupid fucking reason. I don't know how he can fucking do it, but
it's the years of experience of doing it in the past, man.
Yeah.
It comes with just. I can't say that a lot of the ones that I've hosted have ever like gone good, man, because
Mm-hmm.
shows that I've personally hosted have gone to shit. I am infamous for a show called Fall Before Their Eyes that I won't get fully into, but the owner and one of the artists got into a massive fight, and no artist got paid because everybody decided to steal the money that I made from the
Oh, beautiful.
show. And horrible fucking situation. Shit, I genuinely forgot where I was going with that. I should not have got stoned before this. Shit. It literally like went right
Just to
away.
give you guys like a kind of like a good little snippet. He told me he wasn't prepared at all.
Yeah, no.
Neither was
not
I.
prepared at all. So I'm praying at the very least that I'm being the most professional that I can, because I am
Right
not a professional person.
right now, I'll give you guys another little snippet about this podcast shit. I was not prepared for questions because I didn't hit this guy up prior to when we were texting about shooting his podcast episode today, and I did it literally today. I answered him, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it around like 7, 8 o'clock. And I'm not joking you. I literally just pulled questions out of my ass, and I'm just gonna wing with it, and then I'm just gonna let questions go into stories for the both of us and just shoot the shit at that point. I still have probably 5 questions left. What we're doing is just a filler. I'm gonna call it a filler because I need a little bit of a filler before I get into the rest of the questions. So just a little snippet of what podcasting is almost like to when you're not prepared when you should be prepared.
Yeah, these things do happen,
So
especially when it's spur of the moment. Because I honestly, this morning, I had to run around and do a bunch of shit with my mother's husband. Fucking, we had to go turn in bottles, a bunch of shit. I completely forgot at one point that we had this tonight. And then
I didn't forget. Me and my girlfriend were out doing a lot of shit today as well. So it was like, I'm like, okay, I looked it up. I'm like, here's the deal. Let's make dinner for my parents. We'll eat. We'll go upstairs. We'll take a nap because she's got to travel for almost a whole hour to go to her dad's. I'm like, so let's take a nap. We'll get you well rested so you can drive to your dad's. And then I woke up, saw the time. I'm like, oh shit, I need to get questions ready. I gotta get the pod ready. I gotta get my setup ready. Haven't done this in a month, so this podcast screen and stuff was left for the last month's podcast. And I'm just like, you know what? I told my girlfriend, I'm like, look, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm gonna go list some questions up. I'm gonna get ready. You pack up, do what you gotta do. I'll help you pack your car up, and then when you leave, I'm just gonna shoot the podcast. I'll call you when I'm done. So that's what I gotta do when I'm done this podcast. But again, I need fillers because I'm not gonna, give them these last 5 questions, and it's only gonna be like 30, 20 minutes long pod. That's not cool and not fair because almost every single artist on here is at 40 to an hour. So
fair enough.
Fillers are really good for podcasts, and this was a fantastic way to do it, especially at the venue one that we just talked about. But we can get into another question, because why the fuck not? Just to know that I'm actually doing my job right as a host on the podcast. So do you have any other any upcoming shows planned? Since now we're technically on the topic of talking about venues/shows. Do you have any other shows that you plan to that are coming up?
I want to say I do have one show that I'm currently booked for, and that's Whatever It Takes To. That's up in Old Town, Maine, I believe. Let me really quickly check, so I'm not fucking up anything. Yep, that is up in Old Town at the Old Town Theater. I believe it's at the Old Town Theater. Do not hold me to that, but it's at 261 Main Street in Old Town, and that is headlining Outlaw Critta, and then with supporting acts me, Sun, Love Mac, Mila, No Face, The Evil Leaf Main, and Lord T Double. That is also sponsored by the Bangor Grande Hotel and Winter House Gaming. It's gonna be a hell of a good time. Y'all should definitely pop out. Shit, I was just looking at it and I didn't even look at the price. These things happen. It is $15 online, and then it is $20 a day of the show. but it's going to be a hell of a time. There's a hell of a lot of good talent on the ballot. That is the only show I'm currently booked for, but the next family show I will probably be on. Not anything that's out of state. Zach just went and performed The Gathering, but the moment that they're back at Flask, the moment that any opportunity arises, I tried my hardest to take any opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
But that will be on my Facebook and on socials the moment I know.
Perfect. So there's his next upcoming show. I thought there was one that what's his face? Levi was promoting. I think that was the one that you were talking about. This is the one that you were just talking about. Yeah, because I've been looking on when I go onto my Chasing the Dream stuff. Levi, Tyler, all of them actually start posting things about shows and stuff, so I get to see what's coming up and what I can see if I can even try to go to or not.
If anyone can't make it out to the Old Town show, including you, brother, because it is like 3 hours up Maine.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad by any means. I am a Southern Maine artist. I do not expect to have a massive draw up there by any means. I've only played up there a couple different times.
Mm-hmm.
All of them went very well, but you win some, you lose some.
Yep.
So,
I mean,
I am praying it goes well. It definitely will. I know Levi's a very organized and a very great promoter, and he's a great host.
But so this is what was kind of funny to me. So obviously I'm gonna go back to the venue that was in Lebanon. So the funny thing was me and Tyler were not me and Tyler. It was me and Jordan. We were talking because of obviously Tyler booking the tour that he booked. So obviously I had like a few podcast episodes that I did prior after Jordan. One of them I won't mention their name of. One was Colby. I can't remember the other ones. There was a few after I did. It was Jordan. I'll text you the guy's name actually, so you can kind of know who I'm talking about.
He actually just came back today.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
I
was very surprised. I was sort of hype, honestly. I missed the kid.
So, it was Jordan, him, Colby, and then I did an update. In those podcasts, I was actually promoting Tyler's tour that he had going on. And I said in a few of them, you don't know what show I'm going to, but I'll be at one of them. But you won't know which one I'm going to. And I believe the Lebanon show was, I think, the second to last show he had.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it. I'll go to that one. Because it was either that or I was going to go to the last show. Just as like, the last show of his tour, I'm going to go to. Person who hosts Chasing the Dream podcast that people know me from. But I actually did the Lebanon show because I think Jordan wasn't going to be at the last show. There was certain shows Jordan wasn't going to be there, and I was trying to like support like Tyler, Jordan, Kyle, like trying to support the people that I actually knew.
The pause before his name, bro.
I don't know if Tyler would want me to say his name. Like I don't know what happened. What happened with him? Like I know nothing.
I just know that his mental state was going really bad. He's actually doing a little bit better for himself right now.
That's good.
He's in a better place right now. He's not dead, but he's in a better place right now.
That's what everyone would say when someone's dead.
Happy to see him back in.
That's good. Yeah, because I didn't know like what was going on, so I didn't know if I should say his name or not. That's why I was just like, what the fuck do I do?
Dude, I have one. That's sort of the name I mentioned earlier. The reason why I only mentioned it and then automatically moved on was the exact same reason. The moment I said it, I was like, oh fuck, I probably should not have said that name.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't know, do I say it? I don't know. Tyler, if you're listening, I'm sorry. Kyle, same thing. Sorry. There we go. Said it again, but whatever.
If y'all are listening, I'm sorry.
We're all sorry, all right?
It happens, man.
But yeah, no. So I started promoting it. So I was trying to get it so I could, meet the people that I've done podcasts with, plus like, just support them because that was my first show ever going. I was supposed to go to a few other shows that Tyler was doing in Biddeford and Portland and whatever, and I couldn't make them out because of, at the time, working at Walmart. Schedule was shitty. So I couldn't really make it out to
One life
shows.
before, I understand that shit.
Yeah, so I couldn't make it out to those shows. So I was like, screw it. I'll go to the Lebanon show. Half the people that I've done podcasts with are going to be there. And I already knew some of the fans that listened to the show or to the podcast was going to be there. So I said, fuck it, give it a chance for people to meet me, give people, especially like Jordan and them to meet me. Tyler's already met me outside. Same with Kyle. He's already met me in person multiple times. Like, this is the one thing that has bothered me about the Z is I don't like the fucking drama that is involved with the Z. That is the one thing that I fucking hate about it, and I just wish it wouldn't be a thing. Because I feel like if the drama wouldn't be a thing, I feel like we would all be in a mental, like, no, I wouldn't say particularly me, but like, or Colby, but like most of you, like, you guys would be like in a better mental state.
100%. You've seen the
That's
drama that's
exact.
unfolded on the
I've seen what's happened, and I've seen the things that have gone down, and I was a part of some of the things that were gone down. And I'm like, I've even told this to Colby multiple times. I'm like, Colby, like, if this thing wasn't a thing, if this drama in the Z was not a thing, this group would be 10 times better off. Their mental capacity would be 10 times better off to the point where they could focus on other things, and they could possibly have maybe 3 to 4 tours, every year. Like, they could fucking do it.
100%.
I just think the drama and stuff mentally fucks everybody, which also makes it, like, obviously, I know there's, like, personal shit between almost everybody in the Z, but, like,
Exactly.
I feel like
Everyone's going
the
through so
mental
damn much.
capacity with some of these people, like, I don't think drama would start out between certain people in the Z itself, and this group would be bigger than it already is.
100%. I
Like,
actually fully agree. Me and Tyler have had like almost pretty much the exact same conversation. That me and him at one point when I was in the Z in the past, we were both sort of just tired of everyone shitting on each other or just looking for drama.
mm-hmm.
And that's something that Tyler thankfully is working very fucking hard to curb when it happens nowadays. Because yeah, fucking attention. Any attention's obviously good attention as a musician, unless obviously it's some fucking crazy shit from your Diddy.
Yep.
But
Did you just bring Diddy up?
yes, I brought Diddy up.
Jesus Christ.
But like, crazy shit's bound to happen, but it shouldn't happen 24/7.
Exactly.
It does get to a point where it's very stressful, and I'm happy that Tyler's works his hardest on making sure that like the drama gets curbed when it starts.
Yeah. I was like, I even told Colby, I'm like, it has nothing against anybody in the Z, but like, I don't know how much more I can personally take up seeing the drama because at the end of the day, this is how I see it. You start drama, you're bringing down a brand. You're bringing down not just a big brand, but you're also bringing down everybody's individual brand. I have the podcast called Chasing the Dream Podcast. It's my brand, my sort of business. And to me, I don't want to be scared every single day where I'll be posting a podcast episode with, with you, with Jordan, with Kyle, with Colby, with anybody from the Z. Like, I don't want to be fearing for my life knowing that if I post a podcast episode with somebody from the Z in it, that it's just going to bring the pod down. And obviously that's something that, you don't want, Tyler doesn't want, anybody doesn't want. And I don't want it to be the same thing with you guys. Like, I don't want it to be like, Tyler, he drama happens with him. There goes Hypno's World. Same thing with you. There goes Snowy. There goes Jordan's. There goes Grimm's. There it all goes. It starts crumbling down because these people hate the fact of we're being successful. They can't be. That's
100%.
literally what this world's been like, and it just pisses me off so fucking bad, and it upsets me so bad because it's like, I'm sorry, but like, I actually want to do what I love to do, but I don't have the motivation because you guys keep mentally fucking us, or mentally fucking like us individually,
Yeah.
because we can't make something now. Now I can't make a podcast episode because the drama that's brought in. I could not be in the middle of it, but like, it still affects me in the way because like, all of you are like brothers and sisters, or whoever else is in the Z that are like, you guys are my family.
Exactly.
And it mentally
Sometimes
screws me down.
Yeah, bro. And I fully understand that actually. Like I've went off in my own head, like knowing and working with Ty and like the group, because the Z's been around for a very fucking long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like we started back when it was just Tyson, Tyler, and John. Well, KOH, Hypno, and Kid Trance.
Mm-hmm.
I went by the name Snowy at the time, and like I don't know. Fuck. Why did I just lose track? Yep, it's not coming back. What the fuck? That's the second fucking time, man. Yep, I'm at a loss.
Okay.
God damn it.
I know you were talking about the Z.
Oh yeah, the Z's been around for like a really fucking long time, and there's been members that have been like in and out. And at one point, like it was like very everything was just harmony, bro. Like, and that was back like even when the music scene in general, because I will be the one to bring that up. I don't know if anyone else has brought that up on the pod. The music scene got divided like a motherfucker, and you know I will take my blame in the shit that I did to sort of assist the downfall of it, but like at the same time, a lot of people in this scene need to be able to grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
And get the fuck over the shit that's happened in the past. Like the people who specifically like it's no one in this. It's people that we've worked with in the past that you know found out certain things about like our personal life and then decided to start like outing for no fucking reason, even though everything was cool. They would just find out one thing and be like, oh fuck this dude.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when a lot of like the drama started. And like you had mentioned, fucking fearing for your life, dude. Like me as a 19-year-old going and performing, I was scared that I was gonna get shot at certain shows.
Yeah.
Hell, I almost did at one show. And it was all because of a bunch of stupid fucking rumors that at the end of the day were completely fucking invalid.
Mm-hmm.
And that's sort of the fine line between certain artists. Like the Z is beautiful in that way. Like a lot of us don't like really try our. Actually, I can't even say a lot of us. All of us do not go out of our way to fuck each other over like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, may have in the past, especially me. Like I said earlier, I was a piece of shit in the past, but it's love. Nowadays, it's nothing but love, and people just got to be able to visualize that and actually see it.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't want to. That's like the one main issue in this world. Like no one wants to see that. They just want to see the bad that you've done. They don't want to see the good that you've done.
Exactly, and nobody likes to look at progress.
And that's the thing that like I bring this up all the time. A good example that we can really talk about, Tyler. This dude has done so many good things for so many people, and then one bad thing happens, and it's fuck you, Tyler. Fuck you. Hope you die. Like really, dude.
100%. And I will say I've been guilty of doing that in the past. I cannot deny that. But at the same time, like I fully understand like especially with the time that I took very recently, the past 7 months I was alone.
Mm-hmm.
Completely alone. Like isolated myself from people, isolated myself from my friends. Because I needed to be able to realize that just because, one fucking bad thing happens in a friendship or like one person does something that you don't fucking agree with, but it doesn't directly affect you, you don't gotta go out of your way to fucking make them feel like a piece of shit for it. Bro, it's their fucking life. We lead our own life. Nobody else should have power over how you lead. If if you yourself want to make your life and your personal business, out there and available for people, by all means, that's fucking do you. But like, when it's not your business, it's not your life to talk about. You didn't go through the steps that person got through or went through to get to where they are. Then it's completely disrespectful to talk about someone's life like that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of people that have done it to Tyler. There's a lot of people that have done it to me. There's a lot of people that have done it to a lot of the people that we work with and don't know how to just sort of separate the music from someone's personal life just because we know each other first type deal.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. So
It is.
the guy, everyone who is listening, even who are from the Z, not from the Z, I'd say for the people who do know and don't know the Z, just know this one thing: we are not bad people. We are a family. We are all good people. We're not trying to bring anybody down. We're not trying to start any bullshit. but the people who are the haters, and we just gotta live past them and just ignore the drama and ignore the bullshit. The people that are in the Z, just know we love you, we support you, we've got your backs. Is you, we're just in the Z to ride and die. That's all I can really say about the Z at that point.
I got it tattooed on my wrist. It is Lime or Die all day, and that's the same thing. The people that aren't listening, or aren't a part of the Z that are listening, like, we aren't here to cause issues. It may have seemed that way, or it may have been portrayed that way. We're a bunch of chaotic motherfuckers. We went through some crazy shit in our lives. None of us were spoon fed.
Yep.
So yeah, we're normal people. You can't hold a normal person to some random high ass standards just because that's what you want for them. And then
Facts.
to the people who are in the Z, I fucking love every one of you. And like I said, I got Slime or Die tattooed on my wrist. I'm ride or die for every fucking one of you, and that is why I came to bat the moment bullshit has started. Y'all are my family, and y'all accept me for who the fuck I am, especially now more than ever, and I love you all for that.
Oh yeah. All right. Now we can get back into our questions. We got a bunch of fillers. We're basically almost at 50 minutes. That's what happens when you don't have enough questions and you're not prepared. Um,
They've been very good filler conversations.
They have been. I feel like they have been, and a little part of me feels like Tyler will appreciate some of the shit that we have said.
I hope he does, honestly.
Me too.
That man is my brother. Like,
Facts.
hands down, he's done more for me than a lot of people can even try to claim to.
Mm-hmm.
And I never was able to really show that appreciation in the past. But me and him, we've been talking for a couple months. Not a lot of people know about that, but before I came back to the Z, we'd been talking for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
We were trying to sort of run a mental thing of seeing if people were trying to pin us against each other, and came to the conclusion that there was some people that were, and the snakes got cut from the grass.
Yep.
So
the one message that I do have for Tyler, if he's gonna be listening this far in, I hope he fucking does. My message to Tyler is this podcast wouldn't be a thing if you didn't step up to the plate to be the first ever interview on the Chasing the Dream podcast with Snowy. And this also wouldn't be a thing if you didn't give me a shot in the ZOD. And I know I haven't been the greatest at posting things podcast wise, but at the end of the day, I am trying my hardest. I'm trying to fix my shit. Therapy's in line. I'm about to get back up there to where I can be back to motivation, to making podcasts constantly every single day. So just know, Tyler, I am trying. I love you like a brother. And that's all I gotta say to you, Tyler. And again, thanks for giving me the shot that I needed.
The chance that the other side of the scene doesn't give the people is a great way to put it.
Yep. All right. Let's dive into these last few questions that we got. So, this one I think would be a pretty good one. What would you be doing right now if you weren't doing music?
Honestly, when I had started music, I dropped out to sort of pursue that career, but I was going into the military, and if I did not fully, go balls deep into making rap and drop out, I definitely would have chased that one, because my dream was to be in a plane. I wanted to be up in the sky. The thought of it just makes me want to cry, because it has to be such a fucking free feeling. There's nothing in your way up there. There's nothing besides pretty much you and your own user malfunction that could hurt you. It just seemed like a really beautiful road, and I do sometimes really regret that I wasn't able to take that one. But at the same time, I lived the life I live now, and I would never give up the experiences that I've had.
What is the one thing you would say to people who want to start making music? What would you give them for tips and advice?
Honestly, my my tips and advice would definitely be more along the lines of like, stay true to yourself. Don't let people around you make you feel some sort of way about yourself. Don't don't conform.
Mhm.
Like, if you have a sound, dude, and people rock with it, and people are telling you it's fire, and it rings in your ear that way, then fucking stick with it. Do not feel like you have to, you know, step up to some sort of invisible fucking plate. That plate is not there. It's There's no bar. There's nothing to climb. There's nothing besides being able to improve. Like it's and climbing isn't improving. Improving is just mastering what you do. But you're never going to be able to master something if you try to conform to what everyone tells you to.
Mhm. I'd say that'd be really, really, really good advice right there. For the people who want to start making music, I take that. I mean, you guys can go listen to anybody else who we've had a first podcast with, and they almost said basically close to the same exact thing, which is fucking wild. That's the thing. I always ask that same question to anybody because each and every question's either the same, like the answer to it's like the same, or it's different.
Honestly, and that's entirely understandable. If I was in your shoes, I would probably be asking that same question too, because there are a lot of people out there that have that talent that they just don't think that it's there.
Mm-hmm.
And like at the end of the day, everybody has that talent. They just need to be able to tap into that potential. If you don't sit there and actually try to tap into that potential and just keep trying new things, like obviously, yeah, try new shit.
Yeah.
But like if you rock with one thing, fucking rock with it.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, guys, we are basically at the end of the podcast. The last question that we got for Snowy is, what is your next plans? What do you got coming up for projects? You got any albums, any new songs? Obviously, you're going to be on the road for a show up Maine that we've already talked
Yes, man.
about. But yeah, you got any albums planned? You got any songs planned? Features planned?
I actually just the other day I dropped a new song called Oxy. It's sort of in a roundabout way how I'm trying to push out a new sound. I was a very chaotic, very angry artist for a very long time, and I've taken a lot of time to reflect on how I am as a person. And now that, and I will say it this way, now that I am sober and now that I have fixed a lot of things in my life, I'm not that fucking angry person anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I hate who I was. So the music that's going to be coming out in the future for anyone that's listening, it's going to be reflective. It's not going to be some, fuck you, fuck this shit. It's going to be, digging into the person that I turned myself into just because I decided to be a fucking idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Besides that, I'm trying my hardest to make sure that, the winter season, I've always been a winter artist, like a winter performer, it's snowy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure that I am booked up from fucking like honestly, I want to honestly make sure that I am booked from September into early December. If I'm around for that, I won't get into why I'm saying that. But yeah,
Well, we are excited to hear what you got. Um, all of Snowy's links will be in the description. So before we end the pod, Snowy, if there's anything you would like to shout out, this is your time to do it.
go check me out on all fucking platforms. That is Snowy. It's a $, and there's a 3 before the Y. Um, there's definitely something up there for like all. I definitely say just about anyone. There is something in my discog that I'm pretty sure would please just about anyone's ears. You just might have to dig.
Yep. But guys, that is all we have today with Snowy. Snowy, thank you so much for taking your time out of your day to come on to the pod. Greatly, greatly appreciated.
100%.
Um, for all your new listeners slash old listeners, just a quick plug for myself. For the Chasing the Dream podcast side, you can follow us on Anchor. You can follow us on Apple, Google. We are also on Facebook. You guys can get some updates on who's going to be on the podcast next. Same thing with Instagram. And we're also on Spotify, which is our major platform that we are currently on. right now that is booming. We did have a Patreon, but that Patreon is no longer a thing. So scratch the Patreon that's in the link. I got to get rid of it, but I haven't updated this in a while. And I also want to apologize for all the fans who have listened to this podcast for the 3 years that I haven't posted anything in about a month since the last episode I did with my girlfriend. I promise you guys I will be back with some more podcast episodes very, very soon. A lot of working on my mental state as well. A lot of life things that have happened in my life. That'd be another podcast for another day. I basically have given you guys a full-on update video, little update pod. Also, stay tuned because we have one more episode of season 4. Don't know who the big guest is going to be yet, or it might just be a solo pod. Don't know yet, but season 5 is sneaking around the corner, so stay tuned for season 5. So, that's a big announcement right there. You can also find more content of me on Gold Ninja 03 Games on YouTube as well, and you can also find me on Matt and Maya, which is me and my girlfriend's vlog channel that has been skyrocketing. So you guys got some more content to watch of me. All of Snowy's links will be in the description below, and I just realized something that I put your name without an E.
Three.
Fucking awesome. Well, yeah, 3.
Yeah. These things happen.
I even forgot to put the $sign for your S too. So
Google puts me as now3y, N-O-W-Y.
Yep.
Because it doesn't take the 3 and it doesn't take the fucking $sign for some reason.
yeah, I don't fucking know. So don't look at what I put on his thing. Just go by the links in the description below, along with all the podcast links, Michael Ninja 03 Games channel, and the Matt and Maya vlog channel. That's all I got. This is all the time we got left. Almost been an hour. So thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe. Follow us on all the platforms that we are listed. And we will see you guys in the next episode for episode 10 of season 4. And then slightly after that will be season 5. So, thank you guys. We love you. See ya.